Hi guys, Richard here. Welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest video. And today I want to talk to you about Combined Arms, which is the new bolt action strategic board game from Warlord Games. So first off, I'm just going to read through the stuff that Warlord Games have got on their website to give us a bit of a flavour of what Combined Arms is, and then we're going to go through and have a look what's inside of the box. So Combined Arms is a strategic board game that commands players to face off, seize the initiative, and outwit their foes amidst the fog of war. Each game will see you fighting for control of the air, land, and sea in order to claim objectives and hold them against the enemy. Choose your theatre of war from the Western and Eastern fronts to North Africa and the Pacific. Each theatre has its own challenges and opportunities, some rewarding control over the sea, some rewarding control over the skies. How many of your precious resources will you sink into each, and how much will be left to control the land? Will you rely on stealth as you move units secretly, springing up where you are least expected, or will you attempt to overwhelm your enemy with brutal overkill? Now that sounds like a really good fun game. Actually, I think that sounds great fun to be able to do that with your mates. I think that's brilliant. It's the next bit that I'm most interested in. So, Combined Arms can be played as a standalone game, or players can incorporate bolt action, blood red skies, cruel seas, or victory at seas for an epic continental spanning campaign. Unique cards link your campaigns to your chosen war games. Your choices in the campaign could mean victory or defeat on the tabletop. Now that's the bit I really like. I like the fact that Warlord Games have taken their three different gaming systems and have combined them into basically a campaign box, which will allow you to play a Blood Red Skies game, which will influence what happens on the bolt action table, which could influence what happens out at sea, or the other way around. Maybe what happens out at sea influence what happens on the land, and then that influences what happens up on in the air. Great possibilities here. I really like the look of this. Let's go and have a look inside the box. So what do you get? You get the rules booklet, you get the 4 gaming maps, which is Northwest Europe, the Eastern Front, North Africa and the Pacific, as it already said. So basically all the theatres of operations. You get an orders board, an operations board, 6 card decks, 67 tokens, plastic army markers and plastic objectives. So we're going to have a quick look at the plastic sprues that you get so far. So everything on here that you want. The objectives, I really like the look of these, and these obviously fit onto the boards. And I really like the fact that, okay, we're going to have our bolt action battle, and we're going to take on the fortifications because that's what it says on the map, and have them spaced out, and you've got to move your men into position. Do you do it sneakily, or do you go for brutal overkill? And these are what represented. So you can theme your battlefields with what is actually happening here. So we've got a radar station, communications complex. We've got fortifications built up area, and that to me looks like could be a coastal front with the trenches in front, and then you got the tank traps and stuff. I really like that. Factory and supply depot, yeah, really like that one. Culture centre, commerce hub, and the airfield and observation post. Now, if you imagine that's an airfield and you take that with your bolt action, maybe that means that you get less aircraft taking off to face up in Blood Red Skies. I really like the sound of that. Maybe if your bolt action are holding the fortifications, maybe that means that you'll get shots out at sea into victory at sea because you're controlling the guns. Things like that incorporated into each other I really like, and I think it's more than time that a gaming company that has these different games all set in the same period combine them into one so you can influence. And it's something that we've actually spoken about at Geeks Wargaming, and how we can do that with our bolt action and our Blood Red Skies and our Victory at Sea. How can we incorporate it into a narrative campaign? And it looks like Warlord Games have done the hard work for us. So thank you very much, Warlord Games. So what do you get in miniatures wise? You get your naval miniatures, you get some aircraft, some Spitfires obviously, you get some blitz markers, some armoured miniatures, and you get some infantry. Are you going to use these in your bolt action games and your Blood Red Skies and your Victory at Sea, your Cruel Seas? No, you're not. But if you think your infantry marker on the map, you then go down to a 2,000 point or 1,000 point battle, of bolt action. Your blood red skies, your Spitfire, then you've got a big dogfight. You've got your navy. Oh, I love it. I think this is brilliant. The armoured miniatures, maybe you could have a tank battle, so no troops, just your tanks going at each other. I really, really like the possibilities of this, and where this could lead between you and your friends, actually having a game of bolt action, blood red skies, and you could pan this out over a weekend. You could do it over multiple weeks because your board is not going anywhere. You get your operations board then. So this is everything we've got. We've got your orders board here. I've got an air unit, so roll to destroy. Basically, I also like the fact that it's got the sequence of play on the card itself. And I'm a big fan of board games, and I really like the ones that are quite easy to pick up or are very quick and easy to reference. Yes, you've got your rule book, but you don't want to be flicking through that all the time. You want a quick reference guide to be able to know what to do. This is what that says. You follow your steps through, and that's your turnover, and then you move on to the next one. Destroyed units, initiative. Oh, the destroyed units. So maybe you lose some of your ships out at sea, and that influences what happens out in your victory at sea. Maybe you lose a couple of aircraft, so you've got less aircraft in the sky. I think it's really cool. I really like the look of this. I really, really do. The maps I like the look of as well. So obviously we've got all the different fronts. You've got your sea areas on all of them as well. So that's obviously the Channel there, and you've got the Isle of Wight and the coast of France. So you can have your battles out at sea. You can land your troops, get them across, take in your objective markers that will be placed out onto this front. I think that's really good fun. You'd be able to take this up a notch, maybe, and a few house rules thrown in for the fun of it. But I think learning it and going into this board game, combining this with the other games, yeah, possibilities are endless. This is something we will definitely be doing here at Geeks Wargaming. Got a couple of examples of the token markers there then. So obviously we've got infantry, we've got tanks, we've got sea. Maybe some of the blank ones are, maybe you turn them over. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Looks like you've got ranking signias as well. So, okay, yeah. We don't know what these do yet, so there's no point even contemplating what these are. They just look quite funky, don't they? And then we have the cards that you get. So you get repositioning, national advantage. Maybe there's traits like the Roman bolt action, flip and resolve, opening gambit. Maybe that's like opening bombardment, initiatives, radar station. So that was obviously something that's your objective then. So maybe it's a random objective that you've got to take. That's pretty cool. I really do like the look of this. So it's up for pre-order at the moment, and it's £50, which as a standalone board game, yeah, okay, that's not too bad at all. But again, I know I keep saying this, but the possibilities and the options, if you unlock this with bolt action and blood red skies and cruel seas victory seas, I think the £50 price point is actually not that bad when you think about this could be an entire narrative campaign that you and your friends play, or you and your gaming club play. This is brilliant. You could even run, I'm guessing, I'm not fully aware of it yet, but you might be able to run tournaments off this because of the way that it all combines everything together. Maybe it could be used for that. We're going to be hopefully getting a copy of this sent to us from Warlord Games, and I'll be able to do a proper unboxing, have a look through the rules, maybe even go through how you can combine it together. What do you guys think? Let me know, what are your thoughts about combined arms? Are you excited for combining all your different games together, or even just excited to have it as a standalone game? Are you going to be buying it to do one or the other, or are you going to be buying it to do both? And also, would you like me to go through the box set when we get it and showcase how it works as a standalone game? And then obviously we are going to use this for some narrative campaigns when it comes to our bolt action, which we're really excited about here at Geeks Wargaming, and we can't wait to show you. But thanks for watching, guys. Please leave us a like, it does help out the channel. Don't forget to click subscribe and that bell icon so you never miss any of our content. And as always, we will see you on the next one.